Ever feel like you're on a treadmill of want, constantly chasing the next purchase, the next upgrade, the next fleeting moment of satisfaction? That gnawing feeling that your life is overflowing with stuff, yet somehow still feels empty? It's a common struggle in our modern world, a direct consequence of a culture that bombards us with messages designed to trigger endless consumption. But what if the key to lasting happiness wasn't about acquiring more, but about embracing less? What if true freedom lies not in the abundance of your possessions, but in the clarity of your mind and the intentionality of your choices? Japanese minimalism offers a powerful antidote to this relentless cycle. It's more than just decluttering. It's a profound philosophy rooted in ancient wisdom, offering a pathway to a more meaningful and fulfilling existence. It's about consciously curating your life, surrounding yourself only with what truly serves you, and finding joy in the simplicity of being. By adopting the core principles of this time-tested approach, you can unlock a new level of personal freedom. You'll discover how to break free from the grip of consumerism, reclaim your time and energy, and cultivate a deep sense of peace and contentment. Prepare to shed the weight of unnecessary possessions and embrace a life rich in experiences, connection, and purpose. You will learn specific, actionable strategies. The relentless pursuit of more often leaves us feeling overwhelmed and disconnected, not enriched. Our homes become storage units, our schedules crammed with commitments fueled by societal pressures, and our minds cluttered with anxieties about keeping up. This pervasive consumerist mindset directly impacts our personal development, hindering our ability to focus on what genuinely matters: our growth, relationships, and inner peace. Visual aid suggestion: a split screen, one side showing a chaotic, cluttered room, the other a serene, minimalist space. The challenge lies in breaking free from deeply ingrained habits and societal norms. We're constantly told that happiness is just one purchase away, creating a cycle of temporary satisfaction followed by renewed desire. This keeps us trapped, preventing us from investing time and energy in activities that truly nourish our souls and contribute to long-term well-being. Consider how much mental space is occupied by worrying about possessions, maintaining them, or upgrading them. Japanese minimalism directly addresses this core problem by offering a radically different perspective. It challenges the fundamental assumption that more equals better. Instead, it proposes that less can actually lead to more. More time, more space, more freedom, and more genuine happiness. This isn't about deprivation, it's about conscious choice. It's about identifying what truly adds value to your life and letting go of everything else. By understanding the foundational principles of this ancient practice, we can begin to dismantle the consumerist framework that holds us captive and build a life centered on purpose and intentionality. Ready to start simplifying your life today? Begin your minimalist journey now. Your insights, struggles, and triumphs are invaluable. Share them in the comments below, and let's build a supportive community together. Subscribe for more on cultivating a minimalist mindset. Your feedback shapes future content, ensuring it addresses your needs. Your participation is key to this transformative process. The primary goal is to shift from a mindset of scarcity and acquisition to one of abundance and appreciation. This isn't about deprivation. It's about deliberately choosing what enhances your life and letting go of what doesn't. Start by examining your relationship with possessions. For instance, instead of impulsively buying a new shirt, consider if you truly need it or if it simply fills a temporary void. Next, implement the one in, one out rule. If you buy a new pair of shoes, donate an old pair. This prevents accumulation and forces conscious decision-making. Think of it as curating your belongings, much like a museum curator selects only the most significant pieces for display. Another practical step is to practice mindful spending. Before each purchase, pause and ask yourself, does this align with my values? Will it genuinely improve my life, or is it just a fleeting desire? This simple act of reflection can significantly reduce impulsive buying. Consider applying the 80-20 rule. We often wear 20% of our clothes 80% of the time. Identify that 20% and consider letting go of the rest. This isn't about drastic measures, it's about progressively aligning your possessions with your actual needs and values. These small, consistent actions build momentum, leading to lasting change. In today's fast-paced, hyper-connected world, the pressure to consume is relentless. We're bombarded with targeted advertising, social media comparisons, and the constant allure of keeping up with the Joneses, all amplified by an unprecedented global marketplace. This isn't just about clutter, it's about a pervasive sense of anxiety and dissatisfaction that undermines our well-being. The current trend of burnout culture, coupled with rising levels of stress and anxiety, highlights the urgent need for a different approach. People are increasingly recognizing that the endless pursuit of more isn't leading to happiness, it's leading to exhaustion and a feeling of being perpetually behind. The core problem is a disconnect between our material possessions and our genuine needs. We accumulate stuff hoping it will fill a void, but the void remains, and the cycle continues. This constant striving leaves us with little time or energy for personal growth, meaningful connections, or pursuing our passions. Japanese minimalism offers a timely solution by providing a framework for reclaiming control. It's not just about decluttering, it's about consciously choosing a different path, one that prioritizes intentionality, mindfulness, and well-being over the relentless pursuit of material goods. The pressing need is to break free from this cycle now before it further erodes our mental and emotional health. One fundamental concept is Danshari, a three-part practice. Dan means refuse, refusing to bring unnecessary items into your life. Think before you buy. Do you really need it? Sha means dispose, getting rid of what you no longer need or use. This isn't about throwing everything away, it's about conscious elimination. Visual aid suggestion, a time lapse of someone decluttering a drawer or shelf. Rai means detach, detaching from the need to acquire and the emotional attachment to possessions. This is the most challenging but most rewarding aspect. Are you holding on to things out of guilt, fear, or obligation? Another key principle is Wabi-Sabi, embracing imperfection and impermanence. That chipped mug you love? It embodies Wabi-Sabi. It's about appreciating the beauty of age and use rather than constantly striving for pristine perfection. Ma emphasizes the importance of negative space. It's not about filling every corner of your home or your schedule, it's about appreciating the emptiness, the pauses. Visual aid suggestion, a comparison of a cluttered room versus a room with ample empty space. Finally, consider the concept of enough. How much is enough? Studies show that beyond a certain point, more possessions don't increase happiness. They often decrease it. Defining your enough is crucial to breaking free from consumerism. Applying Danshari might mean unsubscribing from marketing emails that tempt you to buy things you don't need. For Shah, start with one small area like a single drawer or shelf. Set a timer for 15 minutes and declutter that space. The small victory will build momentum. Overcoming the emotional attachment in Rai often requires introspection. Ask yourself why you're holding onto an item. Is it a genuine need, or is it fear of letting go of a memory? A common challenge is dealing with gifts. You can practice Dan by politely declining unwanted gifts, or, if that's not possible, practicing Shah by donating them. Remember, the giver's intention was to bring you joy, and if the item doesn't, it's okay to let it go. Another hurdle is social pressure. Friends and family might not understand your minimalist journey. Communicate your goals clearly and focus on the positive impact it's having on your life. Dealing with sentimental items requires a nuanced approach. Perhaps create a memory box for a select few truly significant items rather than keeping everything. Remember, the memories are in your mind, not in the object itself. Digital photos can also help preserve memories without taking up physical space. Beyond decluttering, consider minimizing your digital footprint. Unsubscribe from unnecessary notifications, organize your digital files, and limit social media consumption. This reduces mental clutter and frees up significant time and energy. Experts in digital well-being often emphasize the importance of digital minimalism as a crucial component of overall well-being, mirroring the principles of physical minimalism. This holistic approach extends to your finances too. Track your spending, identify areas where you can reduce unnecessary expenses, and focus on saving or investing in experiences rather than material goods. Consider the story of Fumio Sasaki, author of Goodbye Things. He transformed his life by radically embracing minimalism, moving from a cluttered apartment filled with possessions he rarely used to a minimalist space that fostered clarity and focus. He documented how this shift not only simplified his surroundings, but also profoundly improved his mental health and overall happiness. His experience, and those of many others, demonstrates that the benefits of minimalism extend far beyond aesthetics. They touch every aspect of life, leading to increased intentionality and a deeper sense of purpose. This mindful approach allows to align actions with values. Research in positive psychology consistently shows a weak correlation between material wealth and happiness beyond a certain point of meeting basic needs. In fact, studies often indicate that experiences bring more lasting joy than material possessions. Think about a cherished memory. Is it centered around a thing you bought or an experience you had? The hedonic treadmill theory explains how we quickly adapt to new possessions, requiring ever-increasing levels of consumption to maintain the same level of temporary satisfaction. Minimalism, on the other hand, offers a way to break free from this cycle. Anecdotal evidence abounds, with countless individuals reporting increased focus, reduced stress, and a greater sense of purpose after embracing minimalist principles. Consider the environmental impact too. Consumerism drives unsustainable resource depletion and waste generation. By consuming less, we contribute to a more sustainable future. Data from environmental organizations consistently highlights the urgent need to reduce consumption patterns to mitigate climate change and protect the planet. Choosing less is choosing more for the environment. One common concern is that minimalism means living a life of deprivation. This is a misconception. It's not about having nothing. It's about having only what you need and value. It's about intentionally choosing quality over quantity and prioritizing experiences over possessions. Think of it as curating your life, much like an artist carefully selects each element of a masterpiece. Another doubt revolves around the practicality of minimalism in a consumerist society. It is challenging, but not impossible. It requires conscious effort and a willingness to resist societal pressures. Start small, focus on your own values, and gradually build a lifestyle that aligns with your minimalist goals. Remember the 80-20 rule: you likely use a small fraction of your belongings regularly. Focusing on that fraction simplifies the process significantly. Minimalism expert Joshua Becker often points out that owning less frees up time and energy for things that truly matter, like relationships, personal growth, and contributing to something larger than yourself. It's about shifting your focus from acquiring to being. This shift is what ultimately leads to greater fulfillment and a more meaningful life. The key is consistent, mindful action. We've explored how Japanese minimalism offers a powerful path to break free from the relentless cycle of consumerism and cultivate a more intentional, fulfilling life. It's about consciously choosing what adds value, letting go of what doesn't, and embracing the beauty of simplicity. This isn't about deprivation. It's about liberation, freeing yourself from the constant pressure to acquire and finding contentment in what you already have. The benefits are far-reaching. Reduced stress, increased focus, more time and energy for what truly matters, and a deeper connection to yourself and the world around you. Remember Danshari: refuse, dispose, detach. Practice mindful spending, embrace Wabi-Sabi, and create space, both physically and mentally. Your next step is to choose one area of your life to apply these principles. Start small, perhaps decluttering a drawer, unsubscribing from tempting emails, or simply pausing before your next purchase to consider if it aligns with your values. Begin your journey toward a simpler, more meaningful life today. Small, consistent actions will create significant, lasting change. Continue exploring and learning. Embracing Japanese minimalism isn't a one-time event. It's an ongoing practice, a continuous journey of self-discovery and mindful living. It's about cultivating a deeper awareness of your consumption habits, your values, and your connection to the world. It's about deliberately choosing experiences over things, quality over quantity, and presence over possessions. The path may seem challenging at times, but the rewards, a life filled with greater clarity, purpose, and contentment, are immeasurable. Continue to question your needs versus your wants. Seek out further information and support on this life-changing philosophy. This journey is yours alone, but the benefits are universal. Remember, the goal isn't to live with nothing. It's to live with intention and purpose. It's about creating space in your home, in your schedule, and in your mind for what truly matters to you. It's about finding joy in the simplicity of being rather than the constant, often exhausting pursuit of having. Start where you are, with what you have, and embrace the transformative power of less. The journey to a simpler, more meaningful life begins now, with a single conscious choice, and extends outward.